now walks and runs also. She looked at me, fixed her gaze and glanced at me and said, a preacher is not allowed to tell lies. But if the boy walks, I'll give you a goat. So I asked her to write the word goat, and I signed under. And I said to her, you owe me a goat. On her return to the house, the boy ran to her. She threw away her hamburger and began to cry. Madam, stop crying. Give me my goat. She shocked me when she asked me to give her money with which she would buy the goat. Here was the school principal. Madam, who is cheating who? If you will not give me that goat, I will go to your father. I went to her father, told the old man what happened. He got up and gave me musical dance steps and asked me to go to the backyard and pick any goat of my choice. In my foolishness, I picked the biggest, not knowing it was pregnant. My wife asked me, have you no shame? You went home and took my father's goat. Madam, if you had brought that goat, we would not be in this trouble. But the goat is already condemned. Soon after, we had another child, a smashingly, gorgeously, mesmerizingly pretty girl. But she was also a cripple. My wife asked me, why will God reward you with all these children? Madam, any man that has no problem is a useless man. I don't know about you. In your village, any mango tree that does not bear fruit, does it attract sticks and stones from the boys? The enemy is attacking you because there is something great about you. If in 1974 Delta was leading, you people have no excuse not to continue to lead. And I have come to add my prayer to what you're doing. This state shall lead Nigeria. Even if you don't say the amen well. That's why I locked my door and came here. If you drive into my village now, we're about to complete 2 universities. Nothing is impossible to a man who knows how to pray. Can you do me a favor? Hold just one person's hand and say to him or her, nothing is impossible to him that knows how to pray. No, you sound like you ate rice. Can you sound like you ate Gary? Nothing is impossible to him that knows how to pray. We had Greater Uyofokrat Crusade. And God said, take this crippled second child to the crusade. When my power shall break out and break forth and break through, this girl shall got up and walk away. I told my wife, she said, either you are crazy or God is crazy or two of you are crazy. Why can't God heal this child behind closed doors? Why take her to a crusade ground? One of you must be sick, either you or God. I laughed. And I said to her, number one, your punishment will be this. Every year, one child that is not sick. Every year, one child. Every year, none shall be sick again. She went on to have 7 children and told me, no more, I don't want to have, madam. The cross is every year, one child. I have seen God do the impossible. And I want to announce this day that that God is your God. No, say them in well, please. On my way to this service, I was saying to my chief of staff that this God is just too wonderful. Too wonderful. I quarreled with one of your presidents. He ordered for my arrest. I told him, don't bother about arresting me because in 4 days' time, you'll no more be in power. You'll be an ordinary man like me. 4 days, he was an ordinary man. He's still an ordinary man. And we're not friends. But he now knows what this God can do. Are you still here? Are you still here? I want to say it. In 1974, how many people knew about aircraft that could fly into a village and take off from that village without any big airport? That was God giving us a prophetic announcement that one day, somebody from Delta, people from Delta will lead Nigeria. And with where we are, we need you to rise up and grab this God and lead us out of the woods and take us to our own Canaan. You're not excited because you believe this God has no power. I've seen God do what you can describe as. I was arguing with the governor over where to site my second hospital. And I said to Your Excellency, in 3 months' time, you will no more be governor. And we shall meet somewhere, I don't know where. This our discussion and quarrel shall be ended there. 3 months after, I don't know where Abacha came from. You've thrown them away. Right where you are, anybody that cares to know this God shall become too dangerous for any enemy to handle. Why are you not? Are people real Nigerians? You don't sound like you're from Delta. What did I say? I say if you would trust this God and believe this God, you become what? Too dangerous for any enemy to handle. Can you say it? Can you just say I am now too dangerous for any enemy to handle? Abimelech took Abraham's wife. Because Abraham, instead of marrying according to his class, he went and married a gorgeously mesmerizingly, bewitchingly pretty woman. And a king took the wife from him. That night, the king could not sleep. God was in his house. That God is your God. He will fight all your battles if only you can trust him. And I want to announce to His Excellency that this day is the beginning of a new day in the life of Delta. I'm going to pray, but remember, we're all equal in fellowship. We're not equal in anointing. You didn't hear me. You know, I'm a controversial preacher. At the last PFN meeting in Benin, my friend Omabudanko made sure I was the last speaker to punish me. When they gave me the microphone, I told them 1,200 cancer patients shall be healed without prayer. There was commotion everywhere. They said, you have to preach and pray and count. Oh God, we are equal in fellowship. We are not equal in anointing. I don't know why the governor even invited me. I've been on the road the last 10 days. But he's a man I cannot say no to him. As I was coming, I was sleeping. I didn't know when we got here. But God who dragged me to this program shall change the story of Delta beginning today. You remember you saw me at the Abia Thanksgiving service. I said some controversial, hard things, which I will not say here, because many of you look so nice. I don't like people who are nice. I like those who don't like me. And I told them to confirm what I was saying, that in 2 weeks' time, an Umahe woman shall see crude oil pump out of her farmland, and that 50 kidnappers shall be killed next Tuesday. And they all came to pass. I don't know why I'm saying what I'm saying, because it's like you're not even willing to listen. No, you don't. Nigerians like suffering.